men know who they can and cannot play with, they're going to know that they can't play with you after you work on all the things that I mentioned in this video. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sky.Onjahnae. If you're new here, and stick around, homegirl. I have never been played by a man, and the one man who could probably say he played me had to treat me like a queen for several months before he got what he wanted out of me. So I'm about to show you how to avoid F-boys. Disclaimer, because I don't need words twisted, because some stuff that I mentioned, you know, F-boys, they do tend to do too sometimes. You know, they're masters of manipulation. So I am not talking about F-boys. The man that I'm talking about is a strong, masculine man, okay? The type of men that we want, okay? So I've broken this video down into 6 main talking points, which I know that might sound like a lot. It'll give you F-boy repellent, okay? So let's get into it. The first one I want to mention is knowing yourself and your worth. I kind of combine these two because they kind of go hand in hand. If you don't know yourself, it can be very easy for you to get lost, for you to lose yourself in a relationship, because that does tend to happen, especially in the beginning stages. You're just so infatuated with this person. You want to spend your time with this person, and you know, you want to talk to them the most. You're just always thinking about them. But you have to remember that you yourself, you are an individual first. So knowing yourself will help you in the event that you do tend to lose yourself. You can you know, reel it back in because you know who you are. So don't stop doing the hobbies and things that you love when you get a relationship. Don't stop talking to your friends. Don't stop hanging out with your family. Don't stop your self-care and your me time. You still need to have that in order to not lose yourself. And because you want to attract someone who is just as self-aware and just as whole as you are, because you all want to balance off each other. You all will feed off each other. So in turn, when you know yourself, you will know your worth, and that way you won't accept anything less. Now, unless you are insecure. Girl, sorry to interrupt your video yet again, but you already know what time it is. It's time to highlight a black business, okay? Today's black business highlight is Beat Like BB Cosmetics. Now, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, you know that I wear her lashes all the time. But this is also a black woman-owned business who specializes in natural cosmetics. Everything she has is homemade. Yes, she takes her time and puts so much love into all of her products. I've seen her do it. But yeah, she sells glosses, pressed glitters, loose glitter, lashes, and you know, mirrors, because we like to look at ourselves, okay? But yes, definitely I'm going to be leaving her information down in the description bar as well. Make sure you give her some love. And she just dropped a new Valentine's Day, you know, collection, so make sure you try that out. Enjoy the rest of the video. A lot of women are insecure and don't even know it. So if you're someone who just accepts anything from a man and he's literally showing you that he's not that interested and he just wants one thing, and that's not a relationship, if you're accepting it, that means you're insecure. There's something inside of you that feels that you do not deserve better. So you do accept it. But on the flip side, if you're insecure, you could push away a really great man for you because you're not going to trust him. You're going to be assuming things. You're going to know where he is, who he's talking to, all of these things, and you're just going to bring a lot of... I sent a text message. I don't even know where my phone is. You're just going to bring a lot of dysfunction into a relationship, and nobody wants to deal with that. Okay, so really learn yourself, know who you are first before trying to jump into a relationship. And if you are someone who's insecure, you need to work on that. You need to acknowledge it, one, because if you don't know you're insecure, then that's a whole issue in itself. But when you know your insecurities, work on them. Try to control them. Try to, you know, get out of them. We all have insecurities about something. Don't be ashamed to be insecure about things. It's okay, babe. Like, it's okay. Trust me. My next one is to stop looking for a man. Like, I don't mean don't put yourself out there. That's not what I mean at all. What I mean is don't try to pursue a man, especially if you want a masculine man. He wants to be the one to actively pursue you, to reach out to you, to take you on dates. They like the chase, so let them chase you. It doesn't mean you don't reach out to them. I'm not saying that either, but don't be texting and calling them all day. Like, he's busy. You should be busy. We're grown. We don't have time to sit up on the phone for hours and hours of texting all day. But if you do happen to text him throughout the day, don't be upset if he doesn't respond right after you send a text message. He's probably busy. Like my boyfriend, he works 6 to 6, so I know he's not going to see my text messages until he gets off at 6 a.m. Oh my gosh, what's happening? I'm gonna do not disturb this because and I know he's gonna be getting off later. Then I'm not gonna trip when he does text me back because I know he's at work. And that comes with communication. You all have to communicate those things as well. Now it's different at night. Like if you're winding down for the night, you can talk to him for hours as long as you all can until it's time for bed. But for the daytime, I wouldn't be texting him all day. I won't be doing all of that. Let him reach out to you. Like I said, men like the chase. That's what they're there for, okay? It says God made Eve for Adam, and it also says he finds a wife. Let him find you, okay? That brings me to the next one. You need to carry yourself as a wife. Now, I'm not saying you need to be giving wife privileges to a boyfriend or a dude you just met. I'm definitely not saying it at all because that's just ridiculous. But what I am saying is you need to carry yourself as a wife by nurturing your femininity. That's why I don't really like when women say, oh, well, I can't be feminine because I don't have a masculine man around me. One does not dictate the other. They balance each other out. So you have to already have that feminine energy. You have to already be nurturing your femininity so you can attract a masculine man. Like they balance each other out, especially if you're not even trying to look for a man. Being feminine alone, it opens so much doors. I wish women understand that femininity is our power. Okay, so you need to nurture that. How do you carry yourself? Like, are you at peace? Like, is your life peaceful? Are you selfless? Are you supportive of everybody? Are you loving, confident? Are you patient? Like all of these things. Are you any of those things? And if you're not, you need to work on your femininity, work on your self-development first. And that goes along with, like I mentioned, knowing yourself. You have to know these things about yourself so you can know the things that you need to work on. So if you know that you're not as patient as you should be because you need to have patience in a relationship, then you need to work on your patience. Ask God to fix the thing, help you go and fix the things and give you the strength to work on these things. The next one I want to mention is be the person that you want to attract. And no, I'm not saying act like a man or be a man because that's going to be the opposite of, you're going to get the opposite of what you want. What I'm saying is, like, if you know you want a God-fearing man, you need to strengthen your relationship with God. If you know you want a gentleman, you need to act like a lady. Not even act, you need to just be a lady, okay? If you want an educated man, start educating yourself. No, I'm not saying you need to go to a 4-year university, get a doctorate degree. You don't have to do anything, but you should be continuously educating yourself. Read more books. Do whatever you can to, educate yourself. If you're expecting to have an educated man, what makes you think if you want an educated man, why wouldn't he want an educated woman? This one is for sure. If you want an emotionally available man, you need to be emotionally available. You can't just have this nonchalant, I don't care attitude and expect a man to cater to your feelings and expect a man to just be emotionally there for you if you can't even do that for him. My next one is to set clear intentions from the beginning. So many people wait till they get to know each other and actually start having these feelings to decide they want to have these conversations about intentions for the relationship. No, that should be one of the first conversations you have. So if you know that you want to be in a relationship, say that up front. And if that person is not on the same page as you, then keep it moving. So many women, I find, think that they can change a man's mind by, making them fall in love with them or whatever the case may be. And then it just always ends in them being hurt because he told you up front that he's not really want a relationship or he just want to go with the flow. All of that type of stuff, that just means, no, he's about to waste your time, okay? Keep it moving. You want to be in a relationship and you've done the work so that you can have a successful, thriving relationship. Don't waste your time with a man who's clearly not on that same mindset as you. Even if he does say that, because like I said, F-boys are master manipulators. He can very well say, oh yeah, I want a relationship too, when y'all talk about it. But also, if he's not proving it to you by like courting you, so taking you out on dates, being a gentleman, just being the man that you expect him to be from jump, then why are you dealing with him? If he's showing you that he doesn't want a relationship despite what he said, why are you still entertaining that? You're just hurting. You're just setting yourself up for an emotional disaster at the end, because you're going to put so much of yourself and so much of the work that you've done to better yourself into this relationship for somebody who didn't even want a relationship to begin with. If you know that you date for marriage like me, I date for marriage. I'm not dating to just, for the fun of it, because I could just be single. Like, I don't have to be in a relationship to have a man entertain me. No, but if you know that your end goal is to be married, say that. And honestly, if that scares that person away, that means they're not in the same mindset as you anyway, and you don't need to be entertaining that either. So that does not mean as soon as you meet him, y'all plan the wedding the next day. Absolutely not, because you still need to get to know each other, make sure you're compatible and things like that. But if you and him are on the same mindset of, okay, we know that eventually we want to be married, you all will both be working actively towards the things that will get you there. It won't be one-sided. My next one is to set your boundaries up front. That's why I said to know yourself first, because when you know yourself, you'll know what you will and will not accept. So it'll be easier for you to set those boundaries. Like me, I know I have 2 fathers, so I know what it's like a woman is supposed to be treated like. And I'm a lady, so I expect to be treated as such. So I don't touch car doors. I don't touch doors, period. I don't pump my own gas. I walk on the inside of the sidewalk because I'm a lady, okay? And my man gonna treat me as such. And it's just so funny how chivalry is so dead. Like, it's so funny when me and my boyfriend are in public and he opens my car doors. Older women and older men, they always just complimenting him and just saying, oh wow, I haven't seen that in a while. Or some couples, they'll see us and you can see the girls looking like a little you don't open my car door. But you didn't set that standard. Like, I set that standard that I need to be treated like a queen, okay? Like, I don't even listen to Meg, but that one line she said, I get treated like a queen by any I'm with, that's factual for me, because I don't let a man treat me any kind of way. And when I tell you, men know who they can and cannot play with, they're going to know that they can't play with you after you work on all the things that I mentioned in this video. One of my boundaries, like, I know I don't like to be yelled at, so I said that up front. Do not yell at me. Even if it's a heated debate, do not yell at me. Now, I understand there will be slip-ups, but that's okay. But unless it becomes a constant thing where they're just yelling at you, then it becomes a problem. But slip up, okay, I get it. But for the most part, don't yell at me, okay? And also, when it's like us time, because me and my boyfriend have this boundary set. He actually set this one, and I agree with it because I'm the social media. Social media is my job. So I'm typically always on the phone, but we have a no phone rule. And I completely love that because it gives us time for just each other. Like, we don't have any other distractions. Unless we're like listening to music or something, we don't have our phones, okay? This next one, I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback, but do not sleep with these men. Stop giving these men the most precious part of you, your most prized possession. I don't know about you, but that is a soul tie. Like, you don't need these different men inside of you messing up your spirit, okay? You don't. And if there's someone, you should want to be with someone that's on their mind. Like, he should be wanting to know your mind, know your heart, know your personality. If you just eliminate sleeping with them, they have no choice but to get to know you. And if they don't want to do that, then peace out, okay? Because we're not here to give up anything to just any man, okay? So that is all I have for this video. Oh my gosh, did y'all see my stomach? That is all I have for today's video. I hope you really like it. If you have other tips that you can think of that I didn't mention here, leave down in the comments. I have so much more that I could talk about on this topic, but I didn't want this video to be too long because my last couple of videos, they just been real long. But I will dive deeper into the things that I mentioned in this video and just other things that people have asked me on Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you definitely do that at Sky.Onjahnae. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video.